The answer to question 1 is yes, but not because the shirt is the wrong way round. He went off under law 4, which is concerning players' equipment, so cannot return until the ball is out of play and you have checked the condition of the new shirt. You need to deal with this by stopping the game, showing him a yellow card for coming back on without your permission, and then having him change again so his shirt number is visible. Restart the game with an indirect free kick to the opposition, taken from the point where the ball was when you stopped the game.
Some talking points in the Championship in this half of the programme. Very lively, very busy. Also a very unusual incident involving a female official in Spain. I'll leave that to the end. Mark Lawrenson doesn't know what we're talking about here. We'll get his reaction very naturally to that. But let's round off the Premier League highlights first of all with a major one. Arsenal's victory 2-1 against Southampton right at the end. Cazorla's late penalty. Did Jose Font foul Olivier Giroud?
So I think that effectively, technically is holding, so it's a foul. But the thing that worries me is the inconsistency, because during the course of that match, there were other holding offences that went unpunished. In coaching referees, we say no surprises. That incident in added time was a big surprise.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that the problem for Font is that where he's got no way out is he held his shirt. He got himself in the wrong position technically from a defensive point of view, and that's why he grabbed the shirt. But it was a real nothing, wasn't it? And I'm sure when Wenger walked down the tunnel and got in the dressing room, must have gone, "Whoa, we've got one there."
There was also a player down injured while this was going on in the area with apparently a head injury too, wasn't there?
Yeah, I mean, referees do make life hard for themselves. I mean, the common sense, he should have stopped it because he was injured for some time. The ball had broken loose and he was still down. And I mean, the referees with head injuries have to stop the game, and he should have done, and then he wouldn't have had the problems.
Okay, your former team, Liverpool, on fire. The new stand at Anfield. Only seen the highlights. It looked magnificent.
It is.
A 4-1 victory against Leicester. Some magnificent football too.
They're going to be that way.
Yeah.
The stand is fantastic. Absolutely. I was at the opening on Friday. Brilliant. Probably behind the scenes as much, the interior, all the rooms is just, it is sensational.
But it retains that Anfield look and feel.
Well, it's still amongst the chimney pots, which I think that's the best. They make the best football grounds, and they've got another 8,000 people cheering. I mean, the waiting list for season tickets, I inquired last year, was like, there was 28,000 people on the waiting list, so they've probably got rid of 8,000.
So you're still waiting behind that 28,000?
I'm still waiting. I am there. That's a song, I think, yeah.
I'm amazed they let you in, actually.
Yes, so am I.
And despite that, brilliant football, we do have kind of, you could say it's a bit anarchy, but it's interesting all the same. Jamie Vardy's goal for Leicester was inconsequential, but actually, something's been spotted as to why that shouldn't have been allowed.
Well, when you're taking a goal kick, the attacking players have to be outside the penalty area.
Right.
If you look at the replays, you will see that attacking players were inside the penalty area. As a result, the goal kick should have been retaken. Goal crossed off, goal kick retaken. But I guess only referees would spot that.
That comes not under just anorak, that comes under geek as well, by the way. I bet Liverpool never... I bet Liverpool... Do you know what? I bet Liverpool never even noticed. Well, it wouldn't. Nobody else noticed, did they?
So I'm a geek, you're a geek, Keith.
Oh, yeah. But then we've
we'll
got lots of
accept it,
geeks watching our show, and as referees, they need to understand that in law.
It's the rules, isn't it?
New title for the show? Geek Week?
I'm not sure you'll get away with that.
Right, let's breeze through this and put some ticks beside referees' performances, and they do deserve a mention where they get things right. And Martin Atkinson's been in form. West Ham 2, Watford 4. Dramatic game. I think you spotted there was a foul before the fourth Watford goal, but overall a referee in form.
Yeah.
Kevin Friend as well, I've noticed, free from controversy, Bournemouth's victory over West Brom.
Absolutely.
Neil Swarbrick with Palace's win at Middlesbrough, ditto I think, and Paul Tierney, Burnley Hull, a 1-1 draw. So I think no
good
further
to see
comments?
the new boy getting some form and under the radar, coming in and doing things right, which will add to the, if you like, the competition at the select group level that's missing.
Let's move on to a high-profile referee. It was a bit too high-profile in this instance. I covered this. It was a Yorkshire derby at Elland Road in which Leeds' woes continued, losing 1-0 to the surprise championship leaders Huddersfield. Winning goal from Aaron Moy, fantastic strike, 25 yards. But before that, in the first half, well, I thought, and many people thought, he should have been sent off. He was given a yellow card only for a really fierce challenge on Liam Bridcut, Keith. And Roger East seemed well placed as well, just a yellow.
Well, Roger East says it all. Why is he refereeing in the Championship and not the Premier League? Because he's a professional referee. It shows that he's not producing the form at the select group level to get Premier League games, so they're giving him Championship. You know, I mean, these guys have got to perform and they've got to get the big decisions. And I think sometimes when they come down to the Championship, and it's an argument that I used to have to face when I was boss of the referees, is they flaunt around because they think, I'm a Premier League referee, why am I refereeing the Championship? Every game has to be refereed as though it's a cup final.
Do you think, Keith, that because it's more physical in the Championship, that they come down after refereeing in the Premier League and think, let it go a little bit? I mean, there's no excuse for not getting the decision right, but I mean, it's a brutal league, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. There's no question.
Gary Monk was very, very unhappy about that. You could say it's a bit of deflection technique used, but on this occasion, it was two-footed off the ground and out of control. Another subject where a player, well, in this case, did get sent off, and it's quite a laugh, really, because this guy deserved to be and wasn't. There's a guy who gets sent off ultimately for celebrating a goal.
Forest.
This is, Forest 2-2 draw at Villa. Yeah. Great run from Pereira, who celebrates, runs to the crowd, doesn't run into the crowd, gets a second yellow. What do you think?
It's a bonkers rule. It's a bonkers thing. Just get rid of it. But the other thing is you can lift your jersey up, can't you? Your shirt up, but you can't cover your head with it. And
That's right.
Get rid of it. What is it? I mean, one of the things about playing football is we all played as a kid. Yeah. You want to score the winning goal, FA Cup final, don't you? Yeah. Or maybe the Premier League now. And you're going to celebrate.
Yeah.
I think the argument that the authorities put forward is that when the player runs towards the spectators, there's a surge, and that surge can result in injury to the spectators. That's why they bring it in. It's more a European thing as well, climbing up the fence and everything. For me, I'll tell you, I certainly, as an active referee, would never give a yellow card for somebody that celebrated a goal that's going to turn into a red.
Okay, this was Simon Hooper, by the way, was the referee there. Right, finally, we must mention Celtic 5, Rangers 1.
Must we?
Apparently so, because I've been ordered to by the boss.
All right.
Jock Moore, you can tell by the name where his football allegiances might lie, north of the border, and he's of a certain persuasion. Yeah. Need I say more?
Has he come down off the ceiling yet, is the question?
I don't think so.
Keeps asking another time.
Yeah.
And says 5 past Rangers.
Disgraceful.
Now then, finally, I don't know if you heard about this. A female official refereeing in Catalonia in Spain suspended a game when a spectator shouted, "Go home and wash the dishes." Now, it was the spectator who went home. He was ejected from the ground, and the referee in question then restarted the game. Now, actually, and the referee was Marta Gallego. I mean, isn't this a good thing? Because
I don't have a problem with
it. This is a terrible insult. Yeah. Really, honestly is. It implies you don't know anything about it because you're a woman.
Yeah, absolutely. Wrong. It's sexist. Yeah.
I generally, Alan, think that from a refereeing point of view, right, they pay the money, they shout. I'm not condoning it, but I think the referee has to concentrate on what's taking place in the game, not engage with the spectators.
Maybe it was one of those quiet moments you get in the games.
Yeah. There are worse things, but you've got to see the context of this, you know, where she's rightly in football, she's passed her exams.
And the guy was out, ejected.
He was ejected. She didn't demand his ejection, she wanted him warned, but actually he was ejected.
What would have been better if she's actually said, by the way, we've got a dishwasher, but I mean, it's difficult at that moment, isn't it?
She's got enough on her plate.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're sacked. It's no joking matter, but I highlighted a reply I had on Twitter from a guy called Mark Bartlett, who said, "Men can be offended as well. It implies that we don't do the dishes."
Oh my goodness me.
All right.
And in our house, I do the dishes. I can exclusively reveal I also do all the ironing. How's that? Top that.
Well, that's the only pressing engagement you've got. while.
Brilliant. We're giving the final words. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Keith. See you for the ref show next week. Bye.